Shalom, inshallah. My name is Dawada Banyahawada, formerly of the Lions of Israel Pittsburgh camp. Right now, just started a new camp in Pittsburgh on the GMS. I am a fruit of GMS, always has been. Even when I was under Lions of Israel, because that was just a camp that was in Pittsburgh when I joined them. Making this video right now before I really get into putting up even more videos, because there's a lot of misconception, a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of speculation and assumption going on right now. I done opened up a fucking can of worms. I just noticed that. I definitely opened up a fucking can of worms. I just got off the phone with the brother Bunloya. We had a little exchange of words right now, because there was a lot of shit that I was pissed off about myself. I don't know that he was mad about himself, because one of the things I would say when I get that address, because I did just put a comment on my board that basically I said, regardless of the conversation, that he was talking to my wife behind my back. I was out of anger at the same time. I mean, we talked about it, came to an agreement and everything, what was this and that was going on. Because right now, that bride, she's done with me. I mean, as far as that, I had sex with her. It's my my wife, and we had so many arguments and everything, like physical altercations, to the point where she's gone. She's not dealing with me right now. Most high way is going to judge her, take care of her, or Lord willing, she remain unmarried, be reconciled unto me. But until then, I'm not really worried about it. Like I said, it's a lot of things out of anger, because there were times that, yes, the brother didn't call me directly to talk to me as far as what's going on, but he would call her. And so that's when I'm like, okay, why don't you just call me? Like, that's what I'm like, that's to eliminate all this suspicion, just call me. So we came to the agreement, we're gonna talk to her, this and that. As far as leaving, these brothers had about 4 councils about what's going on between me and my wife. Because there was a lot of times we got into a lot of arguments, not a lot, but a lot of arguments, to the point where it escalated to the point where they got physical. Not to the point where we're throwing fists, or I'm actually punching or slapping around them, but to the point where we're tussling, or just wrestling a lot of times. But it's like, she would talk to the brothers' wives, and there was a lot of exaggeration of facts. We got to the point where my mouth was dropped open and shit. I'm hearing stuff, and I'm trying, to the point it got so out there, to the point where I can't even tell these brothers this stuff, because basically they don't believe me. I mean, the Most High is my witness. He knows what happened, so I don't try to force anybody to believe me. I don't care, whatever. As far as the reason why I left, it was because of the Cornelius issue. It was. The brother you wanted then will attest to that. Alright, but prior to the council, I wasn't even going to alright, yeah. You know what I'm saying? The issue, it was about the Cornelius issue. Regardless of anybody thinks, the brother you wanted then, he can attest to it. The elders, the GMS, I believe it's Elder Reinlob, that's what I've been talking to on Lexicon of GMS. He let me know about, as far as ahead of time, that I should have left. Those even before that, because the reason why I hit him up, because I had feelings about leaving, and about the Cornelius issue, and because amongst other issues. But it came to the point where actually there was a time where the lawyer was out of town. Alright, because right now they were frustrated as far as why I brought it up then and there. Why it seemed like, it felt like to them that I was just being sneaky, and as soon as I brought it up, because they suspended me from camp. But Jonathan, he even tried to tell him at the council that no, he was planning on doing this before camp, before we even had the council. Because like I said, I wasn't even going to fucking go to the council, because it tells you, like I said, in 1 Peter's 4:15, being a busybody in other men's affairs. Yeah, in the past I done hit them up, asked them for help and everything, but as far as them calling the council, alright, about what's going on, me and my wife, regardless of what was being said, okay, it went out in the open, all the wives and everything know what's going on with us. That's me and her. Alright, I didn't see it as necessary at all for, honestly, to have it in a council about it. That's just my opinion. But like I said, I don't know, maybe because there's a lot of misinterpretation as far as the description box. I actually grab my computer and read it. It says, listening to the Spirit, which I should have done earlier, and to my elders, GMS, I was led to bring up an issue concerning the Cornelius debate with my camp during a council. I agree that he was an Israelite, but others didn't in my last camp, so I left and started my own camp. Now, I guess with others and also what Beloya was getting out of it was, oh, the council was about Cornelius. Half of it, the ending half was. Alright, they brought the council out because me and Yolanda, we was talking on the phone. He hit me before the council, like a day, I think, letting me know, like, oh, well, yeah, they want to have council. Because I'm sitting there, I'm planning, I already let him know about it. Got my scriptures together, so I want to lay my foundation, and then I want to go deep into it. So basically try to edify, see where their minds at, see how the Most High is dealing with them, because it's like, on my perspective, and a lot of other brothers and perspectives is too, basically, depending on what side of the Cornelius issue you lie on, if you're on the side where I'm on, you're like, okay, we gotta be crazy not to see that he's an Israelite. So I can't deal with people like that. So it's like, that's what I'm saying as far as how the Most High is dealing with them. That's not just how I see it. But me and my brother Yolanta, and after he told me, I'm like, okay, well, this will be a good time for me to bring up the issue then, because it was on some. I could have waited again. I could have kept waiting until I set up our council. But I'm like, okay, well, they're gonna have council with me on Friday. I was about to shut it down for honestly. But we ended up talking more and more about it. Because as soon as they started talking about my wife, I was going to pull up 1 Peter 4:15. For some reason, our spirit that didn't. But I wanted to bring that out and tell them, okay, well, I know your brothers want to help and everything, but as far as that's being like, we just got off the phone and kind of took offense for it. I actually got mad when I actually straight up called him a busybody. As far as like, yeah, because I mean, I won't tell him in the past, but as far as right now, like being that supervisory role, it felt like, okay, maybe I don't know, he took it as I put it on him. Then it seemed like he had to do this, but he really didn't have to. Could have just left it as, you could actually talk to me, okay, well, brother, do you want to do, like, the one time I think he did actually ask if you want to have a council with me and my wife with there and everything. But it came to a point where he won't even ask me. He was like, okay, well, we have a council. Alright, that's being a supervisor of my relationship. But, the main thing I will say is, okay, it started out, we were talking about as far as things going on with me and my woman, me and my wife and everything. Then, come to find out at the end, Kazak Gabar told me, okay, well, I'm suspended from camp. And after he told me that, and he said something about being on one accord, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to bring up my scriptures now. And I brought up my Cornelius issue and everything, went through the scriptures, laid the foundation down. They cut me off about 3/4 of the way through when I started going deep into the blue letter meanings of words and everything, I guess, because I mean, they actually got mad because it seemed like I'm trying to teach them something, but really I'm just trying to see where their head's at, where their spirits is at, and as I told them, this is going to be the deciding issue factor whether or not I stay with the camp or not, because it's that big to me to the point where I can't do it. I like I said, opened up a fucking can of worms. I definitely see it all over my comment boards. The last thing you're going to see me do is making all type of videos against this brother, that brother, this brother. If I have to defend something, some type of role or whatever was going on, yeah, I'll do it. But when it really comes down to it, I don't know, we'll see. Because I don't know, we'll see what these brothers do. They make videos, I don't care. Second address 1501, that's all I'm about all day. Alright, just speak out the words of prophecy in the ears of my people. That's all I'm doing. That's my job. My job is not to make videos against another brother. My job is to go out and teach Israel and try to wake up the Most High's elect. GMS Pittsburgh, my name's Dawud on Yahawada. And that's how it is, and that's how it's going to be. Lord will until he stops, until he's done with me. Lord willing, he won't be done with me for a while. I mean, it was like I said, I opened up a can of worms. That was not my intention, right now. If what happens, it happens. If it does happen, it happened for a reason too. Proverbs 20:24, man's goings are for the Lord. I mean, how then can a man understand his own way? I mean, so if there's division, then this division, all the strife and contention come about, it's coming about the Most High wants it. Like, he's separating us anyway. You gotta wonder why are there so many people that believe Cornelius is an Israelite, but then there's so many people that don't. Same as how the same people who believe Cornelius is an Israelite, majority of those people believe in the lunar Sabbath, and vice versa on the flip side. So those that split is there, I mean, for a reason. Lord knows why, but I already know what side I'm on. As far as I believe Cornelius is an Israelite, okay? Acts 11:14 tells you that straight out, that he was at him and his own household was able to hear words that he stayed back, so that makes him an Israelite. Only Israelites can receive salvation. I'm not even trying to go deep into that. Lord's will, you won't hear me really teaching on that, because that's not I mean, that's meat. That's kind of like meat for real. I mean, it's like, it's not necessary for Jake to be knowing that thing. You can teach it. I'm not saying you're bad for teaching it, but also, as far as like, if you're teaching he's not an Israelite, that's actually kind of contradicting your whole message for it. That's how I look at it. It's contradicting your whole mission. You're out to try to tell Israelites they can be saved, but then at the same time, you're believing in the past that a heathen was able to receive salvation. Like I said, mainly I just made this video just to clear some misconceptions as far as what's going on. I left the camp because of the GMS Cornelius issue. During a council, like it says in my description box, during the council, these brothers had tried to have a council with me about me and my wife. My wife wasn't there, but about me and my wife. I brought it up, and probably more pauses, and we'll get into another video. Alright, it's like part 2. Had to change the batteries. Alright, get details into the council. Alright, after it came to the point where after the council they had with me, as far as me and my wife, alright, it came to the conclusion, I guess Kazak Kabor, the other elder in the camp, informed me that I was going to be suspended from the camp for I don't know how long. I forget if he told me or if he didn't tell me. Them brothers, they thought that just because they suspended me, that's why I left the camp, and that's why I brought up the Cornelius issue. After they disputed with me about that, Yawanathan was sitting right there in the council. He tried to tell them, no, that's not it. He said he was going to bring it up regardless of the fact. He said he was going to bring it up before we even had the council. He told me. That's what he was saying. Like, I told him already I was going to bring up the Cornelius issue. And I'm glad the Most High made me reveal that to him beforehand so he could attest to that. Because as far as they knew, basically was, and now I can see how they got mad because they thought, okay, well, we suspended his brother, so now he want to leave and bring up the Cornelius issue. No. The fact of the matter is, the council it didn't start out to be about Cornelius, but it ended up being about Cornelius. Alright, I didn't even want to even talk. Like I said, I was about to try. I wanted to actually just shut it down right there, let them brothers know, okay, well, that's what's dealing between me and my wife and how we're shining the Most High. Let us handle that, because right now there's a lot of fucking demons and spirits, all type of crazy shit mixed around in this. It came to the point where they got mad. I got called a demon and I got called a fake nigga because of the simple fact that I brought up that issue. Yeah, like I said, I got called a fake nigga and I got called a demon because I brought up Cornelius. Because that's what I started asking about as far as like, I think I forgot why I mentioned, but I mentioned GMS also. And I started going into the blue letter. I believe it was Acts 10th, the 38th chapter, when Peter saying I was unlawful for a Jew to go unto another nation. And I was going deep into that word, how it means another tribe in the Greek, because that's something I just learned on the blue letter. And amidst me going into that, that's when basically the brothers cut me off and started just getting mad and yelling at me and stuff. Because I was always trying to tell them, like, it was not about me being suspended, because the brother Yawanathan, like I said, he can even attest to it. He even tried to tell him before council that I was going to bring it out. I've been planning on bringing this out. I was trying to find the right time because, like I said, also Benoit was out of town for a minute, and I didn't want to have the council like on the phone or nothing. Like, I actually wanted the brothers to sit down, all the brothers from the camp to sit down, and I wanted to see where everybody's spirits lie, and basically let it be known that I'm leaving. After Yawanathan told me, okay, well, the council, they want to have council with you this week. It's going to be before Saturday, before camp. I'm like, all right, cool, we can do that. That'll be a great time for me to bring out my scriptures. And that's what happened afterwards. I brought the scriptures, and all it is right now, like I said, as far as to my knowledge, off top, I mean, it was just because, I mean, you know these women don't stress you out to get you all fucked up and shit. That's part of most of the reason why the Most High put a lot of stress and a lot of shit in our situation, me and my wife's situation right now, because a lot of stuff that I was focused on was too much on her. That's also, like I said, I'm out on the streets, I'm a little willing. You see this video, you'll see the video I'm talking about after this, and I want to get this up first before I put the rest of my videos up. But Matthew 6:33. Alright, Doc, don't worry about that. Don't worry about these females. Alright, I can attest to that. I'm trying to let you know that's just going to bring nothing but more demons and spirits into your life by worrying about other things besides the Most High. Alright, you got to know Abinawa is a jealous power, so I mean, fear him, worry about him, teach his word. All these other things are going to be added unto you. You know what I mean? Set your affections on things on above, because I made the mistake of, when I started dealing with her when she was in Denver, she came over here, moved in with me. A lot of my worries, my frustrations, a lot of my stress, my focus was being diverted towards her versus the act me actually focusing, because like I said,